Hey everyone, today you're going to be getting ready with me for the holiday and I'm going to show you how I get the most juicy wash and go using the RS Curls Unleashed line, this gorgeous holiday glam makeup, and this sexy yet classy outfit. So let's go ahead and get started with the hair. I've already washed my hair using the Curls Unleashed sulfate free shampoo and deep conditioned, so I'm just going to spray some water mixed with grapeseed and jojoba oil to get it wet again. And look how defined my curls are already with no product in it. That's crazy, right? I was so shocked. For my leave-in, I'm using the cocoa and shea butter leave-in conditioning cream. And here I'm showing you the consistency. It's super creamy, not heavy at all, and extremely moisturizing. And it's sulfate and paraben free, which is a huge plus. I'm working this in my hair section by section just to make sure that I moisturize every single strand. Next, I'm going to use my coconut and avocado curl enhancing smoothie, and this stuff is thicker than a leave-in, so it is going to be a little bit heavier, but it's also going to be more moisturizing. It's very, very nourishing. It tames and shapes my curls like no other moisturizer that I've ever used. I'm not even kidding you guys. And again, I'm applying this section by section and smoothing it on with the praying hands method. Then I'm going to part and clip off a section of my hair. To really define these curls, I'm going to use the coconut and shea butter curl amplifying gel souffle. And you guys, this is hands down my new favorite gel of all time. I can't think of not one bad thing about this stuff. It's lightweight, has absolutely no crunch, moisturizes instead of drying out my hair, because you know some gels have a ton of alcohol in them which can dry out your hair instead of moisturizing. It elongates my curls so there isn't as much shrinkage, and it smells amazing. If I could create the perfect curly girl gel, this would be it. I love it so much. So before I start raking it through, I'm spraying my hair again with some water and using a wide tooth comb to detangle. And the products that we applied before makes detangling a breeze. I almost couldn't believe it because y'all know I'm always complaining about my hair being tangled. So everything together just kind of makes the process so much easier. I can't say enough good things about this line. I mean, okay, I'm gonna shut up now because I could talk forever. So when I apply the gel, I smooth it on, but I also really make sure to focus it on my roots because that's what's going to make the wash and go last a lot longer. It won't be as puffy when I go back to pick it out later when it dries down. So I smooth it onto my roots, then finger rake it through to the ends, and I also coat my ends really well. That's important too. After I apply all of the gel to the front of my hair, I then take a very thin tooth comb and kind of shape the front of my hair, and then I'm just going to shake, shake, shake it out, girl. All right, now we're throwing it back to my wave days. I'm gonna jazz up this style with some waves on the side just because I couldn't resist. I think the consistency of this foam made me feel some type of way, so I was just like, why not? So if you're an OG subby, you already know what's up. I'm just gonna put a couple of waves on the side using the green tea and mango shine and define mousse and a little bit of that gel souffle just to get the hold that I need, and this combo was an absolute dream. I'm not waving it too far back. I was going to do that kind of like a mohawk, but I decided not to, and I really like how this turned out. So I'm just gonna assume that you guys miss me doing this on camera. So I am not gonna speed up these clips. I am gonna keep them in real time and let you guys enjoy the throwback. Now, who in the world would I be without my Rissy hairs? So here I am using that apricot oil edge gel to lay my edges down, girl. And I have to say that I was very surprised when I used this stuff because I was not expecting the hold to be this strong. It is a natural hold, but it doesn't get greasy when you move, so it's bomb. I'm also going to put some of that edge control on the tips of my finger and finger coil, some of the curls in the front just because I think it's cute. I'm going to let this dry down and then we're going to move on to the makeup. I'm going to prime and conceal with my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in shade Chestnut, and you guys know this is my little 2-in-1 hack. And I'm going to tap that in with a very special, wink wink, fluffy concealer brush. Next, I'm going into my customized quad that I made from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. And I'm going to use the shade Sienna, which is a burnt orange color, and apply this as my transition shade on a fluffy blending brush that is also special, wink wink. Going back into that palette, this one is actually a Makeup Geek shadow and it's called Bitten. And I'm putting this color directly into my crease on that same blending brush. And I'm just focusing this lower than where I placed the first color. Then I'm going to use another AB8 shade in this palette, and this one is called Hot Chocolate, which is the perfect neutral brown shade for deeper skin tones. And I'm tapping this on the outer part of my lid, deepening up my crease at the same time on a smaller, tighter blending brush. The last color in this palette is another AB8 shadow in the shade Topaz, and I'm tapping this directly onto my lid with my finger. This will give me the best color payoff and will lay the shadow exactly where I want it to. Then I'm going to blend it out with that same fluffy blending brush that I used before. And for some added glam, I'm using the Buxom eyeshadow in the shade Gold Status and tapping this onto the center of my lid with my finger again. And now I'm going to magically apply my false lashes and then move on to the skin. I've already moisturized and primed, so I'm going to do my dry down method. You guys have seen me do this so many times here on my channel, and especially if you took my master class, so this I knew. I'm using my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer to cover my dark spots. Then I am going to dampen my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge with my e.l.f. Hydrating Mist. And once that dries down, I'm going to apply my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. And you guys, this is definitely one of my favorite drugstore foundations now. I had to go to the hood, to the south side of Chicago to get my shade, but they had it and I am so in love. To conceal and highlight, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shades 25 Medium and 30 Deep. The two combined give me the perfect amount of highlight that I personally like. So I'm applying that underneath my eyes and down the bridge of my nose. Then I'm going to fan myself to let it dry down a little bit just so I can get more coverage. And I learned this trick from my mother, Jackie Aina. Then I'm using the other side of my dampened Real Techniques sponge with that e.l.f. Hydrating Mist again to blend everything out. Now I'm using my Shea, this ain't Shea Moisture, this is my Sacha Buttercup powder to set everything in place, and I'm very, very light-handed on the powder because we don't want any flashback, girl. No flashback over here. Then I'm going to follow that with my Shea Moisture Mineral Powder Foundation in shade Sable, and this is to bronze. This stuff is so silky and smooth, and I hate to say it, but I actually like this more than my Black Radiance Ebony Press Powder. I know, and apparently I was feeling myself when I was filming this because I showed y'all how I contour my nose, which I normally don't do. So there you go. Alright, and then for an airbrush finish, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Powder in the shade NW45 on an e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. Face brush, girl. Now I'm taking my Milani Strobe Light Powder in shade 04 Glowing and applying that to the highest points of my cheeks for this subtle yet blinding glow. Then for blush, I'm using this Mary Kay blush in the color Brick, which is the perfect dupe for Max Raisin, which is my favorite blush, which I lost a long time ago. Whew, alright, we're getting there, y'all. So to finish up the eyes, I'm applying a black eyeliner in my waterline, and then I'm going to use this Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the color Burlesque and run that right underneath my lash line. And I did spray my brush to get the best color payoff with this color. Then I'm going to apply my highlight in the inner corner with my Milani Strobe powder. And my mascara of choice is the L'Oreal Telescopic. And once that's applied, we're finished with the eyes. Now this is French, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is Clé de Beauté's Radiant Liquid Lip Rouge in color number 17, and this formula is something that I've never used in my life. I can't even describe it. It's like a liquid lip gloss, but look at that color payoff. It's absolutely gorgeous and a little too pigmented, so I had to go in and tone it down with my MAC Chestnut Lip Pencil, and it's perfect now. Last but not least, I'm going to set my face using e.l.f.'s Hydrating Mist, and that's the makeup. So to finish off the hair, I'm using two picks to raise my roots and to get the height and the volume that I want. And my hair is like 92% dry, but it is nowhere near crunchy. It's just super duper moisturized and defined, and I am so freaking in love with these ORS products, you guys. They are hot fire. They're bomb as heck. They're Jesus in some jars. All of that. So now I'm going to move on to my favorite part of the video, which is my outfit. That is it, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed getting ready with me. Make sure that you check the description box for more information about where you can get the ORS Curls Unleashed line, and also follow me on social media to keep up with your girl, and don't forget to enter my 50K giveaway. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in my next video.